Good evening, good evening, good evening. Just doing a little check. And all right, we are live. I'm Savage Squishy 86, and we are back with our continuing live stream playthrough of Resident Evil 4, the OG version. When we last left off, we had taken down Salazar, 4-foot tall, shit talking child with Werner's syndrome. And now we are at an island where Ashley's being held captive, which we need to find her. So when we last pretty much got pretty much at that point, we're pretty much all done with the pursuits of going for the treasures as well as the bottle caps. So we're pretty much just at the throes of just moving forward with the rest of the game. So without further ado, let's get started with running up the stairs here, leading further into the facility. Just a short ways out of our way from finding the merchant. But once we get to this point, we're going to check your map, and you're going to have a series of rooms here. Now, you're pretty much going to see a sign here saying the operating room, and that will essentially take you in the direction of this operating room here. This is a key point where we're going to encounter a new enemy, probably the most feared enemies in Resident Evil 4, and that is the Regenerators. So we will find them there. The cold storage unit will be here, leading further around to where Ashley is. So we're going to need to get started with going into the operating room. So, but before we do that, check the red cabinet for a incendiary grenade. There will also be a few treasures here we can grab, so just be sure to check everything. Like this crate here, which will have some magnum ammo. Heading inside the lab here, you will see a regenerator laid out, unanimated, but will become animated once you progress with the rest of this particular sequence. So this door is going to be sealed from the other side, so we won't be able to get inside the room. However, it won't be a problem because we will be attacked by the regenerator once we get here. So in order to open the door, we need to basically get the arrow indicators to basically line up to where we can transfer our power over to this particular point. So just move the red arrow there. And that will basically solve the puzzle there. Easy work. Inside here, you will find a note file with Louise's memo. This will basically outline the enemy going forward. The hideous creatures known as the El Gigante and the Novistadors are merely byproducts of the diabolical and inhumane experiments conducted on the specimens that were once human. But there's one type of creature that clearly distinguishes itself from the rest. These creatures are called regenerators. Regenerators have a superior metabolism that allows them to regenerate their lost body parts at an incredible speed. I've never seen anything like it. It is... I heard something. Hold on a moment, let me check. Fucking music. Turn that shit off. Fucking music. Just making sure. I didn't know if my mic was working or not, so I had to check it. Okay, so anyway, let's get back to this. Somebody will play music from a Twitch channel, so I've never seen anything like it. It is the characteristic that makes them almost invincible to conventional weapons. But like any living creature, there's a way to kill it. Apparently, there are plagas that live in its body, somewhat like leeches. They can't be seen with the naked eye. They can only be located through thermal imaging. To stop its regenerating process, these leech-like plagas must be located and then destroyed. As far as I know, most of the generators host a number of these leech-like plagas. To kill the regenerators, each one of these leech-like plagas must be killed. So we obviously know that that is going to be something we need to find. That is going to be a tool to help us do that. Over here, you'll find some TMP ammo in this really nasty-looking sequence. It gives me vibes of like xenomorphs, the face huggers, you know? So I'll be like, yeah. Over here on the floor, you will find a Ganando soldier with a key card. So we're gonna grab that. And then we will be beset by the regenerator enemy. So be ready and prepare to just engage him. Now, typically you could run out of the room and come back later and kill him once you get the thermal imaging scope. Me, I don't want to do that. So you pretty much should be pretty solid for health and ammo at this point. So there's no reason you shouldn't be able to take him down pretty easy. But once you do take him down, head inside this room here and smash the small lab set there, and you will get a emerald hidden inside. And then we are going to prepare ourselves, head out back into the main area here. Oh, let's check our look at our map real quick, though. Okay, just want to make sure there's nothing in here missing. So now that we have the key card, we needed to open up a lab area. That's why we need to get the key card. Now, upon entering this area, you will hear a regenerator around the corner. You will drop 5,000 PSs. Each one will drop 5,000 PSs, so that's a beauty for you. Then once you get a chance, you gotta basically just take shots at this one here. And that will take care of that regenerator. Another 5,000 PSs. And then back over here, before you head inside the frozen, freezer area, you gotta grab this other emerald that will be here, and this is silver attaché case. And then over here, inside this cabinet, much like the other one with the magnum ammo, you'll find some rifle ammo. So now we can pretty much head inside the lab. But it looks like I need to insert a card key. So now we use this key card to gain access to the freezer. Inside here, you will find a numerable number of things. Number one, head over here, and you can blatantly see a green herb waiting on the inside of this freezer container. Over here, on your left of the door that you entered from, rifle ammo. Over in here, you're going to want to turn off the cylinders, and that will essentially be able to provide us a means of grabbing the thermal imaging scope. Before we do that, though, head over here. I didn't know if there was anything in here. Probably not, so I had to be sure. But in any case, just grab it all the same. Then once you grab here, grab the thermal infrared scope. The door will lock the minute you pick it up, so immediately go into your inventory and equip it because another one of those regenerators will drop down and animate. So, and it's nothing really significant. It's just pretty much the same gig, like with your traditional thermal optic scope, much like your regular sniper scope. You can swap them out easy enough. So just put it on, and then you'll have like a really gnarly visual of a scope. Now, this does not have a very significant zoom feature, but you will want to have it for this reason. These plaga things, these are the things you need to shoot. And that will be it. Easy work. And you don't nearly need to expend nearly as much of your ammo as you would have. Grab the 5,000 piastres. And then you're going to want to go over here, and you see this machine right here. You're going to want to rewrite your key card so that you can gain access for the rest of the facility. So we're definitely going to do that. And now we are ready to move on. I was pretty sure there was a yellow herb in here somewhere, but I guess not. Maybe I'm thinking a bit ahead. So in any case, leave the freezer, and then you're going to head to the right. And this is where you will use the newly acquired key card to gain access to the disposal facility. You will hear there are other enemies in the very next room, so just ready yourself for any aggressive encounters you may have. But to save yourself some work, we're going to use the crane to dispatch some of these enemies. So immediately, what we're going to do is grab these two here, try to get them in position here, and then grab them together. And we got them both. And that will take care of that. Then what we want to do is do the same thing with the other two. Now, you only will get 2 chances at this, so make sure you grab each. So that takes care of that one. And then we're going to do the same thing with the other one. We very well could have went down there and took care of them all without even a hassle, but why waste our bullets when we could just do it the easy way? So once you've dealt with that, you're gonna head out into that little passage, now free of enemies. Before you do go any faster ahead of the ball, though, you will see that this is going to be your next destination once you get Ashley out. So that will be our next goal. Once we get Ashley out, we want to come here. There's going to be a treasure here, I think, somewhere. A green herb. And an emerald here in this trash can here. Now I'll push the door open and head on inside. Grab the yellow herb over here on the shelf. And we're going to use this for Ashley. We've used plenty of them for ourselves, so here, switch the doors on the left. So we don't really need to mess with that, but check the lockers before you move on. You'll find a flash grenade in this one. And I think that's going to be the only thing you find. I know you find something else in these lockers when you come back, I think, but I'm not entirely sure. So right away, we're going to have these guys waiting around the corner. So ready a flash grenade. I don't know if we want to use our grenades for this job, because I don't know if we'll hurt her in the process. So we're gonna, we're gonna play it safe. Alright, shut up, girl. So now that we found her, we need to find the card key to get her out. So let's keep moving. We're obviously going to leave her here for right now. She's not going to be going anywhere. But before you do, head around the corner in this red box and get the handgun ammo. And then head on through. Oh, fuck me. Made me jump. Son of a bitch. Oh boy. That's enough out of you. So grab whatever munitions or health or whatever they may have dropped. Just go ahead and grab it. You'll find a flash grenade here. And I think there's going to be some other stuff below us. So just head down the stairs here. And turn and then head underneath. On the left, you'll find some shotgun ammo. And I think that will be it. I'm not sure. Check your map just to be sure. I don't know if there's a treasure here or not. I'm very vague on that detail. So, but we will need our rifle for the next part, because we're going to have a new type of regenerator called a... oh, I don't know. I don't remember this name off the top of my head. But it was a nasty one with spikes all over it. So I don't remember the name of it, though, unfortunately. But it will kill you if you take too much damage and get too close. Before you go through there, head into here. Grab the green herb. And then we're going to head into here. Now, once you get through this door here, you will see a computer monitor with a camera feed right there, and an enemy will come on through. I'm not sure which one this is. I can't remember the name of it, but it is very, very strong. So, but same principle as the regenerators. You want to shoot the little plaga leech things on its body. You want to be careful with these ones because they will have one plaga on their back, which you need to get them down on their stomach to shoot the one on the back. You got a limited opportunity to do it because the minute they go down their belly, they'll start launching themselves forward to try to take a bite out of you. So, grab the TMP ammo here. Heading into here, go to the right, and you will see more rifle ammo here. You can also use this gas cylinder here as a form of an explosive element to do some extra damage if you didn't get the thermal scope up to this point. But you should have it. But if you're looking to do extra oomph of damage, you can always use that too. But you gotta be sure that you're not caught in the blast radius. Over here, smash these two containers here for red and green herbs. Smash this one, there's nothing in it, but one of them will have something. An emerald will be in this one. Over here, more shotgun shells. Open the freezer safe thing, whatever it is. Grab the rifle ammo inside, and then in here you'll have a multitude of munitions, I believe, somewhere that you can acquire. So somewhere, where are they? I think maybe that's all there is here. I actually thought there would be more. I'm actually a little bit... Oh, wait a minute, here we go. Oh, no, nothing there either. Damn! I thought there was so much shit there I had to get. Ain't that a kick in the head? Alright, well, I guess that's everything we need, so we're gonna basically head out through here now. It's pretty much just the same way, it's just a different path. So once you get out here, you're going to be heading to the radio tower. This is going to be off the beaten path, but you want to have this available to you. So it gives you an extra cutscene, but I don't really think you need to do anything at this capacity. The map will basically show you that you have to go back and get Ashley, but there's a radio tower here that you can use for communications. Before you go forward, have your flash grenade ready and throw it. And that will get all the crows basically sitting their asses there. Kinda didn't want to use a second one, but I didn't get really close enough to really use it otherwise. So, no big deal. Over here, 3 drums. Grab the handgun ammo and the incendiary grenade, as well as another yellow herb. And then we're going to talk to the merchant. Get some upgrades. Much needed shotgun ammo, maybe.
Good things on sale, stranger.
So, let's take a quick look at our inventory. So, we need we need a magnum refill. We need a shotgun refill. And I think we got plenty enough ammo to sell some of this. So, let's do that.
What are you selling?
So, let's sell 30 handgun bullets.
Thank you.
Sell 13 of the rifle ammo.
Is that all? Thank you.
Sell 2 of the green and red herbs.
Thank you.
And 5 emeralds. Brass watch, which we got earlier from the previous stream.
Thank you.
And then we're going to tune up our broken butterfly with a whopping 12 rounds per 25,000 pieces.
What are you buying?
And our striker, an additional 24 shells on top of the 40,000.
Thank you.
And then we can actually buy an upgrade for our rifle, but we don't have the money for that right now, or the mine thrower. So now we will go upstairs, take the little elevator all the way to the top of the radio tower. And we have a cutscene.
This is Leon. Request backup. I repeat, request backup. Damn.
Now, it may seem like the radio signal did not get through, but actually I believe it did get through, because later on you'll have some help show up to give you a bit of a helping hand with the fight ahead, so... But we won't spoil that little element quite yet. So, just get yourself in order, grenades and all, blah blah blah. Check your map real quick. And I don't think we have any treasures here really to worry about quite yet, unless I'm missing one. I hope the fuck not, because I think I covered everything there is to cover so far. So, after completing that little work, you're going to head all the way back and we're going to get Ashley out, and that will conclude this chapter at present. But we're going to have our mine thrower equipped because we're going to have an ambush waiting for us. So, have your mine thrower ready and be ready to use it. Woohoo! I would not recommend doing that unless you're absolutely sure you can avoid any form of damage from the blast radius of the mine thrower rounds. You have to know what you're doing to really use them damn things. If you don't know what you're doing, you're just gonna really fucking hurt yourself a lot doing that. Now we will equip our shotgun and head further into the building on the way back.
Leon.
You okay? Come on, let's get out of here.
We will not save. We'll start right from where the jump, right where we are. Grab the shotgun shells in the little space over here, and then head on through, and we'll have a letter in the form of a paper airplane fly through easy with a little kiss on it, so we know it's from Ada. A paper airplane. Perhaps you may have figured it out already, but you might be able to go out the way by using the waste disposal vent. So essentially that is going to be our way out. Alright, so we're going to basically have our grenade ready.
Wait.
Have Ashley wait. Let's go ahead and let's split the duties. Let's give Ashley one, and we'll give Leon one. Oh, Ashley's at full health, so we can't really give her one yet. That's stupid. Well, she's not with us. We gotta wait for her to catch up. Now we should be able to heal her and increase her health. There we go. She just needs one more, and then she is solid aces. Motherfucker. Alright, we took a little damage there, but thankfully we got a green herb available. So what we're gonna want to do is have Ashley at our corner here. Oh. See, that's what irritates me about having Ashley as she's a goddamn liability. I hate her. I fucking hate Ashley. Get the hell out of the way, Ashley.
Wait.
All right, now you stay the hell there, and you stay the hell out of my way. So, essentially, we've gotten through that part now, but that's because, you know, we didn't have Ashley in our fucking way this time. So once you get to this point, you'll have a cutscene where you'll drop down into the shaft.
Ugh, it stinks.
Sure does.
No way, Leon.
Way.
Only Leon would be that brazen. Way jumps right into there.
Are you out of your mind?
She could have landed on something sharp.
Fine if you landed on your butt.
You. What is this?
Come on, let's go.
So right away, you'll see that we are not alone. We will have several of these regenerator type enemies down here with us. So we're going to need to deal with them. And the best way we could deal with that is by making sure Ashley is out of the way. So if you notice ahead, you will have a few things here. You will have a drum. You will also have a trash container over to the left between the bars. We're going to have Ashley hide.
What is that thing?
So get her in there. Tell her to hide. And then we'll use the opportunity we're going to seal this door too so that we don't exactly have him reaching out. He can actually reach out, snatch us, and grab us and pull us towards him. So I don't want to have him do that, so we're going to wait for him to basically make the approach. Come here, boy. And that will conduct that little work, which will get 20,000 piastres from him, which is pretty good. Now we will call on Ashley to come and help us, because we're going to need her to help us push this damn thing to make a bridge. So once you have her with you as you're beside you, she will help you push this thing over and over. Once you do have it moved, tell her to get inside and hide in this again, because you'll have another one of these freak shows coming on to knock on your door. And that'll do that. Over here, you'll find a green herb. We'll go ahead and use that. Grab the 20,000 piastres that he drops as well. And then go ahead and summon Ashley again. For the sake of it, we're going to shoot this thing. I think you get some ammo from this. I'm not sure, but we're going to shoot it anyway. We were going to shoot it anyway to do extra damage to the asshole if in the event it did work. But So now, once we get here, we're gonna push this just like we did before, push it out of our way and get through. And then we are going to head through the door here. Now, go ahead and take off that laser sight because you're not really going to need it for a little bit. But you will need your rifle, your shotgun, and your TMP for the most part.
Wait.
Less of a hassle if she's not right on your ass, because she takes damage. It's pretty much a no-brainer. It's not good. Grab the ammo, money, whatever they drop. Green herb there as well. I believe there's something else here we can grab. I'm not sure, though, where. I'll check my map. Okay, so we're not... Okay, I thought there would be a treasure here. I guess not. So let's keep moving. Now, this next area section is going to be kind of sketchy because it is going to be kind of... it's going to rely on Ashley gaining access to this control room to use this wrecking ball to smash this wall down so we can get out. Unfortunately, we need to keep her safe while she's doing that, so that's where we come in. So we're going to have our grenade ready because the minute we drop into this area, we will have enemies immediately swarming the area.
Look, there's a gate here.
Oh, you motherfucker. So what we're going to do is we're going to stand our ground here. You got to watch the right too, because we may have attackers from the right, like we got here. Motherfucker. Enemies will continue to drop from this upper balcony area here, which is okay. You'll also have a few of them dropping down from that little thing over there, and sometimes you can actually get them to fall down into the pit, into the melting pit here. So once the music has stopped, you will effectively be okay for the time being. So what we're going to do is basically, you can pull the switch yourself if you want to, or you can have Ashley do it. So we're going to have Ashley do it, and we're just going to keep her safe. She will continue to do it until she's either grabbed or attacked. So we're just going to basically be on Overwatch. But usually there's not any more enemies to take down, so that's kind of a good thing. So I think we pretty much won't have to worry about any enemies at this point going forward. She'll do it one more time and that'll be it. Hit it, girl. And there's our next enemy. Come on down, boy. Come on. Atta boy. Now, the whole point behind me sticking around and farming these guys is because I want money. So. Come on, boy. No more? You sure? You guys say uncle? There we go. How you guys doing? So now, we pretty much will not have any more threats from that area, so you're going to equip your thermal scope again, and you're going to head on inside. Now, once you enter this room, you're going to pretty much hear that they're going to be, this area, you're going to hear that there's going to be some regenerators close by. So we're going to head into this small, like, I don't know, petting zoo or lab or whatever it is. At this, it looks like some sort of a supply depot. So we're gonna head in here. Grab this the napalm grenade from the cabinet, the rifle ammo from the locker, and then I think we're gonna tell Ashley to wait.
Wait.
Hearing us say wait will trigger the regenerator to come looking for us, which we will use to our advantage and lead him into a kill. And that'll take care of that regenerator, and then I think we have two more.
Follow me.
So have her follow you. And then we're going to lead her away and down.
Wait.
Make our way here. Kick at the door. Run back out and intercept the regenerator as he marches lanky ass this way. Remember, get those leeches. And that will take care of that one. Grab the 5,000 piastas he drops, and then proceed back to Ashley.
Follow me.
And in here you will find a file as well as a green herb. Grab the green herb and a switch. Press it, and that will raise the shutter halfway. The other half of the way Ashley will help us with. Shotgun shells in the locker. Take them. And I think we don't really have a file here. I think the file is going to be in the next area. So, in any case, proceed out of this conference room and then head back into the underground tunnel hallway. The lever is not working.
Leave it to me, Leon.
Send Ashley. She will crawl through and she will open the door for you. Leave it to me, Leon. On, we got a green herb. Take that, and then we are going to use that to make a red, green, and yellow herb. Before we head out of here, we're gonna head to this room here, where we will find another merchant. Over here, a typewriter. Inside the locker, we will find a red herb. And then I think we can probably sell, I don't know if we got treasures or not, but we should have some pretty good amount of piestas from all the regenerators we killed.
Good. What are you selling?
So we'll sell, see what we can buy. Nothing really. So let's tune up something. How about that? Let's tune something up. We can increase our striker, or we can increase the firepower of our rifle. I think we'll do the striker for damage. 60,000 for the damage.
Thank you. Come.
And that will be pretty sufficient. We have to remember to not reload our weapon, though, after we've used it, so that way we can actually get the benefit of the firepower associated with it. We'll go ahead and move our mine thrower munitions up there, and we'll move the munitions, our mine thrower laser sight up there, excuse me, and yeah, we should be good here. So, and yeah, we're gonna head out, and then we're going to have this puzzle here where it is going to be two levers. Basically, Ashley will have to stand by one,
wait,
and then Leon the other, and you'll have to do it at the same time. Wait for the red circle, and head on through. Now here we will have a nice sequence where Ashley will be driving this giant, huge dump truck or excavator or whatever the hell, and Leon will have to provide cover fire from the rear while they're being chased. So this is a nice little sequence. But we're going to grab our resources we need. So we got first aid spray, we got rifle ammo, we got shotgun ammo, and nothing else. Okay, bullshit. There's got to be something else in that thing. Open it up. Try again. Shotgun ammo and nothing else. Wow. Okay, fine. Whatever. Fuck you, too. Grab the rifle ammo, grab the first aid spray, and then we're going to climb up. Make sure, because if you go past this point, there is no point of return at this point. So there's nothing else we need to grab. So get up there.
Leave it to me, Leon.
For the president's daughter, she's pretty good with construction gear. So you know her future is going to be in power tools, or architecture, or demolitions. I'm purposely letting them jump up in the back because I need munitions, and this is the best way to get them. So I'm letting them purposely jump up here. Now we got a truck chasing us down. We need to damage that and slow it down. He will essentially wreck and stall, so we'll have the privilege of time to basically get some time on our side to slow it down. But that truck will essentially start up again, and we will need to stop it. So just fire on it until it blows up and wrecks. Now, an elevator will essentially lower here, and we need to get the lift lifted, so we need to get up there and get the power going. However, the downside is that we need to keep covering Ashley at the same time. So be ready for this, because this is going to be tricky where you're going to need to switch out your rifle and fire on somebody who will attack Ashley from the rear.
I'm leaving it to you.
That is the switch we need to get up there and do. So it doesn't really matter which path you take, either or, it doesn't matter. I like to go to either or just for the sake of it, but sometimes it's easier. Now this is where you're going to want to pull out your rifle and look down to Ashley. Oh, you motherfucker. Ooh, you are gonna make me mad with your damn shit. Motherfucker. See, that's what I'm saying. It's like a goddamn babysitting job. Head over here, grab the TMP ammo. Anything else that we may need. That will pretty much get the lift working. Grab the shotgun ammo. Run around. And then just drop down and get on the back of the truck. Make sure on your map there's nothing missing. I can't recall if there's a treasure. I think there's a treasure. I think there's a treasure further ahead. But once you get back down on this platform, the lift will start working, and immediately will start taking you up. We'll go ahead and have a healing item ready for Ashley if she needs it. We don't really need it yet for her, but matter of fact, I think I will use one. Now, facing that way is going to be important because you're going to have a few sniping opportunities to take down some enemies before they drop down on you and the truck, namely right here. So, 1, 2. We'll have another one over here as well. Oh, of course they would actually have that. Of course they would. This motherfucker. Now you want to have your TMP ready because you're going to have another truck rushing you from the front. You're going to want to fuck that truck up fast and wreck it. And that will conclude this entire segment. Rather irritating for first-time players, and especially irritating on professional difficulty. So, Ashley essentially has done her job, though I wish the bitch would learn how to use a gun. It's kind of a full-time job babysitting her. But once we get through this sequence, we're going to head through this door here, the only door available to us at this point going forward. Reload our guns, or at least whatever ammo we got left. Get the 5,000 piastres on the left, inside that little table side, waist-high cabinet. On the right, you'll find the incendiary grenade. On the right, further up ahead, an attaché case with a green gem. This will be very important for your treasure. So go ahead and put this inside the Lynx statue. Green, red, and now you just need one gem left. Over here, on the left of the typewriter, you'll find 2 rifle ammo. And just take a brief second. And I don't think there is anything else here.
Welcome.
Let's see what we can buy from the merchant.
Got a selection
In terms of upgrades, 35,000 for an upgrade. EMP is 100,000. The homing missiles are 30. The homing mine darts are 30,000. Well, we could get another 5,000 there. Hey, good morning, bruv. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. How you doing this morning? Once we head on through here, we'll have a cutscene.
I can feel them.
And we will lose Ashley again. I am good, brother. Just doing some stream work.
Perhaps you can resist, but you cannot disobey. Now, come to me, Ashley.
Oh, for live streams, I just do normal mode, brother. I've already done professional mode.
It's already begun.
Brother, it's been happening. You just fucking felt it for the first time. Stop your bitching. So once we've lost Ashley for like the 5th or 6th fucking time, we need to find her again. So we're gonna get back to it with our continuation into Chapter 5, Level 3. Well, Chapter 5, Part 3. Oh yeah, now I got you, brother. I will be doing that in the future. I've actually already done that. It's a separate save file. So once you get started, head over here on the left of the stairs and you'll find the 5,000 piastres. And then that pretty much will be it. Then you're going to basically head up the stairs on this altar where you'll find a file. Our plan. Because of that agent, we lost Chief Mendez and Ramon. Nevertheless, everything will proceed according to plan. I must admit, however, the loss of my loyal men is a bit disheartening, but I will deal with it. Replacing that loss will not come easy. I must choose wisely, for the Plaga reflects the consciousness of their hosts. If chosen poorly, they could betray me. I need men who will swear their allegiance to me. I have learned my lesson when Sierra betrayed me. I will not make the same mistake. Yeah, I've already done it, man. Already done it. Mistake again. In this important hour, I cannot and will not have anyone stand in our way. Right. So we pretty much have a little treasure ahead of us there, and then we have another one there. And then there. So we're pretty much on the fast track of getting close to finishing this. So we're going to immediately head through this door here, and we'll have a cutscene.
What's the news on our friend Leon?
He's not making it easy. The sample?
Sadler's got it. It seems he sniffed out our little game.
Perfect.
Just so we understand each other clearly, I don't trust you, nor does Wesker. If you try to do anything clever, I will kill you.
Is that so? You know, I met Wesker long before you.
We'll see soon enough if you did.
Yeah, we'll see.
He's way too extra. He's way too extra. So once we get out here, we're gonna immediately head down and over with some shotgun shells waiting and wait there. And then we're gonna head over here, and then before we go down the stairs, look up, and you're gonna see a sparkling thing on the skylight. Shoot the skylight, and you will find a emerald. Heading further down, you will find another green herb, and then push your way through, and you will be in a sort of boiler room-like environment. At which point we will be discovered, and we will need to engage the enemies before they can engage us. Yikes. So once you've dispatched the enemies in their numbers, you want to take a moment to grab the rifle ammo from the locker in the upstairs control room, as well as the money or any other resources they may have dropped. Check your map, and you'll find that there is a side area over here we can check out. In here, you will find a flash grenade, and you'll find some money. And then I think there's going to be a few drums over here we can break and search. I'm not sure. I don't think so. No, doesn't. I thought we could go in there, but it doesn't look like it, so. It really doesn't matter. We got everything we needed, so we're going to head on through. So once we get through this part, we're going to basically make our way out into this area here. And we will have a bit of money ahead of us. We're going to grab that. And then heading up the elevator, we will have a encounter with that muscly G.I. Joe reject that is Krauser, who apparently was an old friend and colleague of Leon's. Now, this is where you're going to need to be able to be quick, because there's going to be a lot of quick time events you're going to need to do, or you will die if you miss any. Even one will kill you.
Been a long time, comrade.
That knife is so fucking awesome.
Krauser. I died in a crash 2 years ago.
I
Is that
mean,
what they told you?
Leon's got the same one, but for some weird reason, Krauser's just
Shot
looks
quick,
nastier.
as expected. After all, you and I both know where we come from.
What do you want?
The sample Sadler developed, that's all.
Leave Ashley out of this.
Oh, I needed her to buy Sadler's trust in me. Like you, I'm American.
You got her involved just for that?
for Umbrella's sake.
Umbrella?
Almost let it slip. Enough talk. Die, comrade!
Ada!
Well, if it isn't the bitch in the red dress.
Looks like we have the upper hand here.
You may be able to prolong your life, but it's not like you can escape your inevitable death, is it?
You knew each other?
More or less. Maybe it's about time you told me the reason why you're here.
Maybe some other time.
Enjoy the reunion with your old friend.
As a matter of fact, I did.
Wonderful. I wouldn't want my special guests on the island feeling unattended.
Guess I'm supposed to thank you, right?
Ah, I have an idea. Since you're here, why don't I introduce you to it? It should keep you busy.
Can't remember the name, huh? A senior moment, perhaps.
Oh. Enjoy the fun.
He talks as much shit as freaking Salazar, bro. So after that whole exchange of sequences, that is a very hard part to do on professional, by the way. So if you're not really used to it yet, you better get used to it, because professional, if you input the wrong prompt, unlike normal, it will kill you on principle. So every instance counts against you. You have to get every single one of them right. So once we have that pretty much concluded, we're going to head on through to this lab area, which is, I don't know. I don't know how many of you guys like the Resident Evil movies. I was not a fan of many of them. But this is basically a throwback to one of those movies. In fact, it was the first movie, Resident Evil. So we're going to head through, and we will have a laser trap kind of set up that we'll have to navigate. So you don't want to touch any of these beams. They'll kill you. Way too extra. Way too extra, man. Way too extra. So in any case, we've gotten through that part, so we're going to really head inside this area. If you remember this is essentially where Krauser was kneeling before Sadler, sitting on this fucking this very, ostentatious chair. But turn around, and on the beam above this particular balcony area, you're going to shoot this treasure off the ceiling, and it will be the elegant headdress. Take a look at your map, make sure we didn't miss any treasures yet. So far we're on task and on track with it. Head over here, grab the emerald, and then you can go ahead and sit down in the chair for a little mock kind of like action thing going on there. He makes the chair look good, though. I will say Leon's got swag for that. Now, once we get there, we're basically going to go behind, and we're going to head to this small area here, take this little this lift down, and it'll take us to a underground area. And then we're going to head around here. Underneath the stairs, we'll find a green herb and an emerald. Take them both, and then proceed and continue on through this cavernous area. To the right, a merchant will have set up shop, along with a file on the trunk. Louise's Memo 4. I'll report my findings about the Plagas here. The Plagas have 3 distinct characteristics. 1, as I mentioned previously, the Plagas have the ability to manipulate the behavioral patterns of their hosts. 2, the Plagas are social organisms. By this, I mean instead of living individually, they live in a perfect social harmony. It is believed they have a collective intelligence. This type of behavior can be seen amongst insects such as bees and ants. However, this kind of social behavior is rarely seen among parasitic organisms. Perhaps it was a learned behavior by the Plagas. I'm finding out if this has any relationship with their first characteristic. 3. The Plagas have exceptional adaptation skills. They are able to live off many kinds of organisms by creating a symbiotic environment quickly. This ability, when combined with their social behaviors, allows them to interact intelligently between hosts regardless of the host organism. I am ashamed to admit that my pure fascination with the Plagas, in hindsight, has blinded me to the true research objective of the Los Illuminados. Even with the knowledge that Sadler was going to abuse the results of the results of these experiments, I could not pull myself away from my research. As a result, I am just as responsible for this whole mess as he is. I see now that I was wrong, but can I stop their evil plans alone? Once you fire that file, head on into the back where all these generators are, and on the ground you will have a red herb. Go ahead and take it, and then go ahead and mix those green herbs, the red and green herb.
Welcome. Got some rare things. What are you buying? What are you selling?
Let's go ahead and sell some treasure. At least whatever treasures we got. We're going to first do the 3 emeralds, the elegant headdress. We're not going to sell the links, though.
What are you buying?
Oh, I'm shy. 3,000 for the broken butterflies. Full power.
Come back anytime.
I could sell.
What are you selling?
Let me see. No, I won't take the risk. I don't want to do that because if I do overshoot and I need ammo, because we're coming up on a boss fight, we're going to have to fight the U3, which is a unique boss signature to the game in terms of its encounters, so we're going to need to fight this asshole next. But the good thing is we have a lot of firepower in terms of just the Magnum and the Mine Thrower alone, provided we use our munitions wisely. So we're going to immediately head over here and into this passage over here on the left. We will have a yellow herb, which we will take, and we will use that with our existing green and yellow herb mix. And then heading through, we will have a passage we will follow the whole way. And in the distance, we will have these 3 hanging Faraday cages with cargo materials inside. This is going to be kind of like a very cat and mouse sequence where the U3 is going to be attacking us, and we need to basically move from cage to cage before it drops off and get to the other side. We could very well crawl over here, but we get ambushed by the U3 essentially. So just be prepared. Be prepared for that. As you go get on the elevator, you will essentially find Ashley's tracker here.
Ashley.
And then we will be attacked by the U3.
What is that?
Kind of has the making look of one of the Necromorphs from the Dead Space games. So immediately you want to fire at his head to drive him off. So once we get here, turn around, go ahead and grab the green herb. Be ready to dodge because the U3 will attempt to grab you from the balconies above you. That is essentially where he is, and he's hiding from you. You're going to basically want to find these switches and press them both. 2 switches per container, so that will enable you to drop the existing container. Once you press the second switch, though, you will have an approximate time limit of 30 seconds to get out of the area and enter the next one, at which point the one that you just left will drop below. But it will not rid you of the U3. The U3 will essentially still continue to be a problem. But here, we're basically going to need to find our way around and make our way clearly to that measure of sorts. So, heading through here. You better jump, you better run away, pussy. You want to shoot the green lights to open up the gates so you can actually get through and around. The gate leading out of here is going to be right here. So grab the TMP ammo and keep moving. Then headed to the third and final Faraday cage. And then you're going to want to head through and around here. Now, upon pressing this switch, the U3 will undergo a mutation where a giant set of mandible pincers will erupt from its back. This makes him a lot more stronger and a lot more damaging with his attacks, as that will be his main use of attack. So just be ready for that when we get to that point. You want to avoid them, believe me, they're very nasty and strong. The gate will lift, and down will drop the U3. Now running around, you're gonna hit this second switch, and you gotta run around and get to the other side. The U3 will drop down there, which will not be problematic. Entering this part here, and then jumping to the chain, and then it will seemingly look like the U3 has been dropped to its death. But that will not be the case. So the minute you get started, you're going to immediately pick up all this ammo and be ready for when that little asshole comes back, because he will be back. We can't mix those, so we're going to have to eat them as is. But that's okay. So once we get ourselves in this good state of affairs, we're going to immediately prepare ourselves for this fight. So we're going to use our grenades first and foremost. We're going to use our shotgun as well. I think that will probably be our main go-to because we got a huge shotgun upgrade waiting for us to be used. So once you go to head forward towards the gate, the U3 will immediately rampage up the slope in an attempt to get you. Now, when he does that huge roar, as you just saw, we pretty much have done enough damage to where he's pretty much on his last legs. So we essentially have the measure of having the advantage at this point, but he will start tunneling under the ground to get us with a surprise attack. So we're going to get ourselves situated to basically intercept that. You want to dodge the attacks as they appear. Use the barrier to provide a means of protection. Got you, boy. Before he could even tunnel. Beautiful. Instant takedown. So once we've taken him down, we will have 50,000 piastres for our trouble, and we will have exhausted all our munitions for the mine thrower until we actually get lucky and find some more. But I don't think we'll need to worry about that too much. So let's just reload our weapon to the best of our ability, because we will have another fight ahead of us, and we're going to want everything we got. And we're getting kind of dry here, so let's hope we get a little bit more bang for our buck with whatever munitions we get going forward. So, but I think we're pretty much at a state where we will have to really worry about that too much going forward. So, let me take a look at my map real quick, though, and make sure we didn't miss anything, and it doesn't look like we could. But the cool thing is, once you reach this particular part here, you will be able to take the sky tram essentially across the chasm, which we would have taken if we weren't attacked here by this asshole and forced into here. So we have the privilege of that. So once you get everything you need, make sure there's no munitions or anything you left behind, herbs, money, whatever. And then we're going to head back the way we came and through this door here. Up here will be the area here in question. I think there's a box across the way we can get to, so we're going to take this across. And sure as can be, there's a green herb, so we're going to take that. And then we're going to basically just head across again. Pretty much can skip the entire cutscene of the elevator transport. So then you're going to climb up the ladder. And then up once more into a kind of makeshift shack. And over here inside the cabinet, you'll find a hand grenade. Have your rifle ready. Dickhead. Take any and all items they may have dropped for you. There will be a yellow herb over here, but this will be a dead end, so you'll have to double back. But that is essentially basically what you're going to do, is pretty much go forward with that in that capacity. Be sure to check around the tent, though, because there sometimes can be items in the form of these two drums. PMP ammo. And then over here on the ground, I think you'll have somewhere a treasure. I'm not sure. It's going to be below us. I think it's going to be below us. So you're going to want to go down to the tunnel. It's the only way to get around and through the area to go forward. So come down here and then go ahead and just take out a few of these little doodads. And there you will find the blue stone of treason. And that will complete the stones for the Lynx statue, which we can now sell for a big payday. Before you do that, head down this tunnel, grab the 5,000 piastres and anything that may be in the other crate. If you have not done any of the bottle caps yet, you have an opportunity to finish that up right here and now at this particular point. So if you haven't done it yet, this is a final chance to do it. Krauser's note is what the file will find on the table. It turns out that the old man Sadler wasn't buying me from the start. Even though I succeeded in kidnapping Ashley, I sort of sensed this when Sadler didn't completely let me in the loop. Under the circumstances, I had no other alternative but to call for her assistance, meaning Ada. Perhaps she knew this was the way it was going to turn out all along. My guess is that her ultimate goal might be different from Wesker's and mine. This is just the perfect opportunity to find out. And after I get rid of Leon and retrieve the sample, I'll put her in a body bag along with Leon and send them both to Wesker.
Welcome.
So now the first thing we're going to do is we're going to buy the shotgun munition upgrade.
Is that all?
Which will bring us to 28 shells. Now we can buy the exclusive, which will increase the capacity of the shotgun to 100 shells. We'll do that in the next chapter. What we will do, though, is buy... Let's sell our treasures first and make sure we have enough money. I don't want to buy one thing and then, waste my efforts on another.
Thank you. What are you buying?
So...
What are you buying?
do the broken butterfly for
Is that
70,000.
all, strange? Thank you.
And then the exclusive zone, the exclusive upgrade will push this thing well above 28,000, I think to like 35,000 or something like that. So this will be a fucking monster of a killer. That will destroy anyone that tries to stop it. Yeah, I think I'll wait for now. Just
Come
because
back
we have
anytime.
everything we potentially could possibly need at present, so no reason to rush a good thing. So once you pretty much have concluded everything in that capacity, as far as like that goes, there's really nothing much else for you to do. There's one treasure left to get for the rest of the game, I think, and that will be it right up there. So we pretty much are in good position to finish this piece right up. But coming up ahead, you got a tough fight, so just be ready, get your gear in order, and because Krauser's going to be waiting for you, and he's prepared. So get yourself right as rain for this fight. Now, this sequence is going to consist of a number of ambushes from Krauser. He will have bear traps in place. He will shoot at you with an explosive bow, compound bow, like he's Rambo. He will have a machine gun that will apparently be able to destroy rock structures with its incredible firepower. He will also have robots set up in ambush positions that will essentially fire on you or detonate. He also will throw grenades, and he will attempt to close the distance on you and engage you in a knife fight. Now, any number of the knife attacks could potentially do a lot of harm to you, but if it's not too damaging, you can survive it. If he does get you from the rear, he will cut your throat and immediately kill you, I think. I'm not sure if that's an instant kill move or not. I know it's always been when it's been done to me. So you pretty much will have a long-standing attempt of him to basically attack you any which way he can. And the whole time, you'll be needing to find 3 stone glyph-like keys to essentially open the path forward and get to Sadler and Ashley. So he has hidden these keys, these stone tablets, throughout this entire area. I'm going to guide you through them and to each one, and hopefully it'll be an easy breeze. So just run directly ahead. You can use your rifle if you want. This is a good point where you can do that, but what I like to do is take the fight to the interior. So let's get started.
So, you two are all hooked up now, is that it?
Where's Ashley?
Do you really want to know? She's beyond that gate. But you'll need 3 insignias to open it.
What are you gonna do, Krauser?
There's one in the north, and the other in the east.
And let me guess. You got the last one.
It pretty much means you're on a tight leash.
Sounds like you thought this one out pretty well.
Now, the best method to really kind of taking him on in the close quarters fight is when he's ultimately just breaks out his knife. Get your knife ready. A knife will actually be his Achilles heel. It can be very damaging to him, extra damaging, probably 5 times more damaging than anything that you've ever thrown at a Ganado. So that is going to drive him away. So 3 or 4 swipes will do it. You can fire a few rounds to soften him up if you want. But if you're really having a hard time with him, just take him down with your knife. Now going forward, you will essentially have him pretty much ready to ambush you here as well.
Good, Leon.
Look for his shadow on the ground, and he will be easy to drive off there. On the left, some shotgun shells. You won't have to worry about him attacking you so much yet. But over here is where you're going to have the 3 insignia. So go ahead and put 1 insignia there once you get it. And then the 2nd, and then the 3rd. You don't really have any insignias as of yet. So we're going to go ahead and equip our rifle. And equip that and put it on the rifle here. And this is what we're going to need to do is basically hold a position here. God damn it.
Now we're talking. Good, Leon. Now we're talking.
He can be a real pain in the ass with the grenades. But luckily for us, we had a little bit of oomph with us in that capacity. So get yourself with your shotgun ready. And we're going to head inside here. Grab the items from the drums, shotgun shells, and first aid spray. And then head up to where he was. And you will find a hand grenade here on the left. And I think that will be everything. Drop down over here. Then head to your left. Ignore that path. We're going to come back this way. Grab the green herb as you head into this circular stairwell leading to this tower. And you'll get the first of medals. First of 3 medals.
What do you intend to do restoring Umbrella?
To bring order and balance to this insane world of ours.
A psycho like you can't bring order or balance.
You don't seriously think a conservative mind can chart a new course for the world, do you?
So we have the Holy Beast, the Panther. At this point, you will have to engage with Krauser in this courtyard while he's firing on you and throwing grenades.
Don't just stand there. Come out and fight like a man.
I'm not falling for that one.
Just trying to have fun. I can see your every move.
Take cover underneath the balcony if he starts firing on you. You fucker. Keeps trying.
Good, Leon.
Now, once we get this statue lifted up, after we've driven Krauser off, we need to get this statue pushed to lower the grate protecting the switch over there on the wall. So we need to push it over, then around, and then back down into this pressure switch here. If you haven't grabbed the ammunitions or anything else that was of significance there, grab it. And then go ahead and flip the switch, and then we're going to head down. Reload your gun, and be ready for another ambush. More ambush attempts from him. Have your hand grenade ready, because one will come very soon. You remember that path I told you? Don't worry about that path going forward to the right. We're going to head this way, to the right. There.
That's what I'm talking about. Now we're talking.
Once you've driven Krauser off yet again, we are going to have another series of traps here in the form of little robots. Some will be flying, some will be patrolling on the ground, some will be hidden in the ground, so you want to be careful. Once they spot you, they will attack you, or they will blow up, or they will essentially basically just immediately, like, as you can see, those are explosives, so they will blow up. Mine darts. Walk, do not run. There may be a surprise attack. Rifle ammo there. And there will be another one. And that one will be hidden in the ground.
What is it that you fight for, comrade?
My past, I suppose.
Umbrella.
Gotta be careful with that. Can be a real pain in the ass. And that will conclude all of his little robot buddies that are essentially trying to kill you. Grab the yellow herb here, and then basically have that handy for the existing green herb you have there. And then we pretty much will reload our gun with the mine thrower, since we have all that extra munition. Now we will have our magnum ready for this next part. As you head all the way up and then climb the ladder leading up even more into the tower, we will find the second medal. The third one will be on his person, which he will only get after you've beaten him in a fight. So this will be the final stage of his boss fight with him. Grab the green herb and the magnum to the left, and then head around and grab the eagle medal, I believe. And now it's time for the final stage.
2 down, 1 more to go, Krauser.
We'll see about that.
Test the power!
You've lost it completely, Krauser.
Prepare for your death, Leon.
Now, we have a set number of time limit before these explosives detonate. Oh, you fucker. Fuck you, boy. Look at that big goddamn hole in his chest. Couldn't happen to a nicer guy. So once you've taken him down, you have the Holy Beast, the Serpent. At that point, the gate will essentially lift. Kinda should have took his knife as a fucking trophy. But the cool thing is, in the remake, you get to keep his knife, which is awesome. Really powerful knife, but very fragile. Very disappointing. In any case, head over here while the timer's ticking down, and you want to put all these these pieces in place. And then we're gonna head on through. And that will conclude Chapter 5, Part 4. Chapter 5, Part 3. We're heading to Chapter 5, Part 4. Upon entering the gate, you will hear that the area behind us has detonated. Now you will have the opportunity to save your game here, as well as heading further up the slope, you will find a merchant ready to upgrade you as well.
So, it seems you killed Krauser too. How shall I return my appreciation?
What are you talking about? I thought he was with you.
What are you talking about? Did you really think I'd trust an American? To tell you the truth, I was contemplating how to get rid of him. But thanks to you, that's no longer necessary.
You were just using him right from the start.
Oh, I must hand it to you. You've demonstrated quite a bit of promise by killing Krauser. When your assimilation with Las Plagas is complete, I'll have you serve as my guard.
Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to decline your generous offer. I have prior engagements.
Enjoy your smart-mouthing while you can.
No, actually, you won't have a merchant yet, so... But that's okay. We don't need him yet. But you have a lot of enemies in your path, so this is going to be fun. No problema.
Damn.
And that would be our help that we radioed for.
Hey, it's about time.
Sorry, bad traffic. I'll cover you.
How the hell they didn't hear that is beyond me. How the hell they didn't hear that, I don't get. Bring the rain. Let's go.
Now that's what I call backup.
My name's Mike. You looking for firepower, you come to the right place.
So, how this is going to go is you're going to need to raid this huge mountain stronghold, heavily fortified, miniguns, RPGs, anti-aircraft guns, and a whole lot of Ganando reinforcements. Mike in the helicopter will back you up as you make your way through. Use him to take out many of the towers and continue your way up the summit. Take the time to stop and grab resources from areas surrounding the area and take cover from the miniguns. Let Mike deal with that. You have to move between volleys of gunfire. In professional, Mike isn't really helpful, and you'll have to basically let him, you'll have to do most of the work, but he is pretty proactive in normal difficulties, so he takes them out pretty regularly and pretty diligently. Now the cool thing is this is a great opportunity for you to farm for money and ammo, so if you're really hurting for it, this is a great opportunity to do plenty of both. Don't be afraid to search around too, so there's no reason to rush this. There's plenty of resources and munitions you can get here, as well as money. So if you're looking for any of those really gnarly upgrades, this would be a great place to get them. Now, I could have went around down that way. I didn't. I'm going to go up here, but we'll have to take cover below. There's two paths you could take up. One is here, through this little underground little bunker, this little trench path, or the slope there leading up. I like taking the trench more because it's less exposed. Oh, you motherfucker. Well, we got Leon at full health. In a manner of speaking. So once you get through there, you're gonna climb up. And this will take you to the back of where that gun, defensive position was. Then you're gonna head up the ladder here. The ammo that may have been dropped if it's still here. So obviously this is the guy who got dropped. He's not a problem no more. So we're gonna go and get down. In professional difficulty, you would have to go up there, shoot him off the gun, and then Mike would attack the gun emplacement. He also is supposed to destroy this thing as well. But he hasn't done that yet. Eventually, I hope he does. Inside here, you'll find green herb and handgun ammo. You'll have a JJ in your way, so you'll want to get moving up and out of the line of gunfire. Now, the reason why I'm running up here is because this is an opportunity for me to swim down and hit JJ. And drop him with 3 shots. And then get 15,000 piastres. Now go down here, pull the switch, and this will open up the path leading to the inner sanctum. But don't run through yet. We got a few more things we gotta grab. So head over here, grab the shotgun shells from here, reload your magnum, get your shotgun ready, and then heading down into here you'll have a red herb in this tent, money in this tent, and in this underground area over here that is now collapsed you'll find the ammo as well as either ammo, grenade, or a herb depending on what you get. And then over here, grab the rifle ammo. Now, once you enter this point here, you are going past the point of no return. This gate will seal. And you will have multiple gunfires firing on you. Take cover. I'm gonna see if I can get a mine thrower on that guy up there. Now Mike will start firing on them at some point, at which point he will intentionally, purposely throw tell you to get out of the way. Motherfucker. He will have taken out that one, and now we can get on with our next piece of we're getting over there to switch off that switch. We have to activate the switches. As you saw, the switch activated here. Once we get closer, the switches will shut down, locking down the area and delaying us that much more. So we're going to head up now over to this ladder. Grab the shotgun ammo. And activate that switch. Now the door to the path is open. Mike will destroy the last tower. Grab the TMP ammo there. And that will conclude that part. Grab the money they dropped. Make sure there's nothing you're leaving behind. So check everything. And now we will head on through. Grab the first aid spray dropped by this dead Ganando soldier, and then head on through. And then once we're through, we'll be able to head on up and through here. There will be a hidden treasure here, I think, though. So shoot the tower, these tower-like areas here. There's a treasure up there we'll have to come get. Because once we get to this point, we'll have another cutscene, which we will be surrounded by multiple Ganando enemies.
Thanks. When we get out of here, drinks are on me.
Yeah, hey, I know a good bar.
You won't see it.
Mike!
Fucking asshole.
I'll make sure you're the next to go, Sadler.
Ooh, I'm sorry, Leon.
Sadler, you bastard!
It's nothing to get all upset about. Don't tell me you've never swatted a bothersome fly. In essence, it's the same thing.
What did you say? Insects' life doesn't compare to human lives.
When you've acquired this power, you too will understand.
Guess it's another good reason to get the parasite out of my body.
I wish you luck.
So after that entire exchange, you will have the opportunity to go back and get the treasure here now. So shoot it down, and then go grab it. Typically, enemies, if you skip through the cutscene, enemies will drop you munitions and money. But that's if you skip it. I didn't skip it, but you can get some good paydays if you do that right. So looking down, or Mike. So much for that bar. Heading down here, grab the handgun ammo. And then up on this next column, another treasure. In the form of another emerald. Then we will have one more treasure ahead of us. Let's make sure everything is in order. So we're almost at the finish of this game. I want to thank everyone and anyone that has taken the time to join me for this little piece. I am really looking forward to playing Resident Evil 4 Remake. I know that is a very popular one, and everyone, I think, should have. But you have to respect the classics to appreciate the remake, which is why I really wanted to do the OG version first before the remake.
Leon, you okay?
Yeah. Sorry, Ada.
We have to get that parasite out of your body.
Yeah. But before that, I gotta save Ashley.
Fine. Let's split up.
So after that little rather dark exchange, we will enter into what looks to be like a prison-like structure. Grab the flash grenade here, as well as the magnum ammo here. And then over here, we will have some shotgun ammo. And finally, in this room, we will have another yellow herb. Now, we will definitely probably make a habit of saving that yellow herb for Ashley once we get a green herb, because then we have her completely tied off, and she will have full capacity of her health maxed out, as well as Leon. Inside here, you will find some weird little thing here. So, weird little thing, it's no bigger than a dumpster bag, and apparently it was alive, so. But we're gonna go ahead and equip our rifle with the thermal scope, obviously, because you know where this is going. type of happy home we got going on here. In each cell, there will be varying degrees. In the one to the left, there will be nothing. In the one to the right, there will be rifle ammo. But in this room here, you will have a regenerator. Now, I think that will be the last of the regenerators you will ever have to contend with again. So, once he drops, grab the 5,000 piastas he drops for you. This is essentially where he is laying. When you play Ada, she will essentially be a contributing factor to that. I also am still going to play the DLC for Ada separate ways. So if you are keen to watch that, that will be my next playing before I go anything further with Resident Evil 4 Remake. That will be my next step up for the game's continuing story. So once you pretty much have concluded that, you're going to head out of the prison area in that question. Grab the green herb over here, bust the box here, reload your rifle, newly acquired rifle ammo there, and then basically just have yourself with a green herb ready for you there. Another JJ. Oh, what have I done? Where you at, boy? Oh! Oh! No, 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 no. Come on. I want to bring him over by the oil drum so I can get a massive damage on him with the oil drum explosive. Bang. So now that we pretty much have taken care of that threat, now we can go about the process of finding all the switches and getting the gate open so we can find our way to Ashley. So the first switch is going to be up here inside this control room that we saw earlier. The enemy that I shot up here was essentially part of the problem, so we had to get rid of him. So what you're going to do is grow inside these lockers, and you're going to find that there is a yellow herb here. We obviously don't really need yellow herbs at this point, but that essentially will be the switch there. But he will take the key card. We need to chase his ass down and get the key card, because we can't use the switches yet. So, at that point, we will have enemies in our way. So we will need to go about the process of getting him. This will be the other switch area, so we're going to head into here, grab the handgun ammo from the locker, and then keep our moving. Motherfucker. You guys are a real pain in the ass with that little tentacle thing. Now, killing the enemy with a red bandana will essentially give us the key card we need to get these doors working. Before we go about putting that back in there, let's search around for any lasting little pieces of equipment we need. So right away, you're going to head back here and activate the key card now by putting it back in where it belongs. Over here on the shelves, you find some rifle ammo. Then you're going to drop down here, where you'll be more explosive drums as well as a red herb. This is in case you actually don't have the means of taking down the big guy quite easily. It's actually more for the professional difficulty playthrough because it is pretty hard of a fight, especially when they can do double the damage. So you essentially will be taking the green and red herb and mixing that with the yellow herb. We'll sell that because that's money right there. That's a lot of money. So we'll do that. And then we're going to basically just go to each of these two terminals and activate the lock. That will activate one switch. And this will activate the other switch. The door will, of course, open, and we will be able to head on through now. heading down the stairs and then through the door. Be ready to our left, as there will be some enemies with shields. There'll be an opportunity for us to use our boom. I really like this gun. So once you get there, get the shotgun shells out of there, and then continue on down here into the lab, which is holding Ashley. Reload all of your weaponry. And we will have a cutscene.
You'll soon harbor an awesome power. Yet it seems you would rather choose death.
I'm taking Ashley back, whether you like it or not.
Ah, the audacity of youth.
Leon, now!
Let's go!
That's not stopping him for shit. But that sure will. So once you have Ashley, hopefully for the last time, you're going to basically head on through the door here to the right. Or the left, I should say, excuse me. And over here you will have a merchant. So let's go ahead and grab the green herb, and then we'll grab the file here, and it will be Luis's memo. From the initial stages of the research, we have been searching for a safe and practical removal procedure of the plaga. Ironically, it turns out that the real objective of this research was not to find a way to remove the plagas from the infected persons, but to find a way so that the plaga could not be removed from the body easily. In the end, we were able to find out that the plagas could be removed only by exposing them to a special radiation. The only drawback with this method is that it is a very painful procedure, since the plaga attaches itself to the nerves. There is a possibility that it may impair the consciousness of the host. Another fact that must be mentioned is that once the plaga grows into an adult, the removal procedure could kill the host. But perhaps death isn't so bad when you think about the alternative.
Welcome. Got a selection of... What are you buying? What are you
So now we have the potential means of pretty much exploiting the full capacity of our shotgun now with a whopping 100 round capacity upgrade.
What are you selling?
Being a beauty. Now, given the circumstances, we really don't need to hold on to the mine thrower anymore, so we can go ahead and sell that.
Thank you. Is that all?
Going forward, our fight is going to be pretty rudimentary and, you know, even keel in that capacity. We will go ahead and sell the red and green and yellow herb. We'll go ahead and use the yellow herb for Ashley. And that will completely fulfill her and Leon as being nearly almost on the level with their power, their health being a pretty even keel. We'll also go ahead and sell the rifle because we don't need that no more either. So sell your rifle and sell the scope.
Is that all?
And that is pretty much going to be all you're really going to need going forward into this fight coming up. Is going to be the broken butterfly, the TMP, and the striker, as well as your handgun. In that particular fashion. That's not much else you're going to need at this point. In fact, we probably won't need to save the shotgun ammo. We'll just sell the shotgun ammo.
What are you selling? Is that all? Thank you.
Bless me. Oh. So we have about 334,000 tuna. So let's go ahead and give the full maximum upgrade of our Magnum. 28 to 50 point damage per shot. That is going to be an instant killer no matter how you cut it. And then we have a threshold for the weapon damage, which will take it to 1.8. So we have fully upgraded weaponry for these weapons. All of them. And they are going to be monsters by their very nature. Absolute monsters. So, we are set. We are ready. It's amazing how much we got, and then we ultimately only needed this. You really only need these particular. In fact, you don't even really need the TMP. I mean, it's entirely, player preference. Whatever you decide to run, there's no right or wrong way of running whatever you're gonna run. So, by heading into here, we're gonna head into this doorway here, and then down to the tunnel section. Get your shotgun ready.
Wait.
What do you think for them? Rush you?
Follow me.
So now we're going to call Ashley, and we're going to go back the way we came through this little door here. This is essentially going to take us back to the lab where Sadler and Ada were last seen. We will find that this place is now quiet, and the place is no longer occupied by either or. So either they have moved on, or something happened. We'll find out what exactly happened when we play as Ada in separate ways. So heading up here, inside this control room, you will find a red herb. You'll find some Magnum ammo. And I think that will probably be all you will find. I'm sure there's more stuff here that I probably can find and probably don't really see it as of yet, but this is essentially the majority of the return trip back. And that's really the only real measure of a reason that serves is basically come back here. There's just a few things here, not really a lot to really signify a consistent presence. So we're gonna go ahead and go back the way we came, and head down the passage here, where the two hammers were guarding the door, and this will lead us to a surgical room where we will get the plagas out of our bodies.
I don't know about this, Leon.
There's only one way to find out. You operate.
Leon will go first. There's the plaga.
You sure you want to do this?
Yeah.
All right. Here goes nothing. How are you feeling?
Like $1,000,000.
I thought you were gonna die. All right. Guess I'm up.
You okay? I don't know about you, but I think it's time we go home.
So with that sequence being concluded, we are in the final chapter, the finish of this playthrough. And it looks very familiar because actually this is where Leon was brought. If you recall, he was put, he was basically, it was actually this very room where he was literally injected. And also, this is also the same room where Ashley was injected as well. So it's kind of ironic that they should both end up here at the very end of the game when they ultimately were brought here in the first place. So once we have done that, we're going to head to this passage here and then up the stairs and then down the passage here to another yellow herb, more shotgun shells, and a file. Our mission. The real power of the United States is in 3 areas: the Justice Department, the administrative bodies, and the military. In order to take control of these areas, we must influence the minds of the people who advise the president. After this is done, the rest of the departments will quickly fall under our sway. If by chance the United States were to figure out our plan, the damage caused should be minimal. We will still be able to conquer the country as planned using our backup plan. Once we control the country, we will use their international influence to our advantage. The rest of the world will fall swiftly. As already stated, if our first plan doesn't go as smoothly as expected, we'll proceed with our secondary plan by sending in our special forces. We will infiltrate the country from within. Fear and chaos will spread through the nation like a virus. It's only be a matter of time before the country loses its stability, and at that time, when they're most vulnerable, we will strike. Rejoice, my brethren, the world shall soon be cleansed. The special forces must be Ashley. So upon entering this area here, we will have an incendiary grenade, and we'll have some TMP ammo. Also over here, you'll have a green herb.
Welcome. Got a selection of what are you selling?
So we will sell our handgun ammo,
Old stranger.
our shotgun ammo,
Is that all?
our TMP ammo,
Thank you.
and the red, green, and yellow herb.
Thank you. What are you buying?
And now
Back anytime.
we will make our way up to the next major encounter and the final boss of the game, Saddler.
Something's not right. Ashley, you stay here.
Ada has been captured, probably from her fight with Saddler.
Better try a new trick, cause that one's getting old.
Krauser's knife.
You okay?
I've been better.
What's so funny?
Oh, I think you know. The American prevailing is a cliche that only happens in your Hollywood movies. Oh, Mr. Kennedy, you entertain me. To show my appreciation, I will help you awaken from your world of cliches.
Ada, stand back.
That's one big tonsil stone. Now, by shooting the eyes on his legs, you will essentially weaken him to where you can do an animation attack and do significant damage to him. The best method of doing that would be the TMP. The second best method would be the shotgun. Using the oil drums is another good method that can work. And you will have these bridges here that will continuously seemingly activate. Do not be careful, he will hit you with a guardrail material that essentially will put it into that measure. So this is another means where you could actually do damage to him and really kind of knock him on his ass. Wait for him to come closer. Come on. And then you want to hit him with this. Bet that hurt. Oh, that hurt. He threw it anyway, even though I hit him in the leg. Make it make sense, because that didn't.
Use this.
Ada will throw the rocket launcher when you do enough damage. Whoops. And that will be that for you, boy. Now you can actually kill Sadler without the need of the special rocket launcher, but I like to usually save it and then I can sell it for money. But in this particular instance, I decided to use it.
Sorry, Leon. Hand it over.
Ada, you do know what this is.
That is so not tactical. Red dress in Europe, among the muck and the mud and the rainy, wet weather.
Take good care of it.
Ada!
Gotta go. If I were you, I'd get off this island too.
She really pushed it.
Here, catch. Better get a move on. See you around.
Very cute.
The emergency system has been deactivated, releasing locks. So we now have 2 minutes and 30 seconds to get off the island. Before we do that, let's run over here and grab the 100,000 piastres off of Sadler's dead ass. And then we're gonna run down and book it right for Ashley.
have to get off this island now. It's gonna blow any minute.
It's gonna what?
So at this point, you just want to run and run all the way up. Just follow the path. There's no special things about this. Just follow the path. Remember, you gotta get Ashley with you. Follow the path to the jet ski, and then use the jet ski key. Oh, we had those treasures. We can actually sell them in the next game.
Hang on, sweetheart.
And now, this is a hard part for some people who don't have good reflexes. You essentially want to keep the jet ski working and don't crash it, because you will fail and die.
Behind us!
I know. Just hold on.
Rocks will start to fall down in your path, so you want to avoid them. Oh! That was a close one. I thought I was going to mess that up.
Ashley! Ashley! Where are ya?
Leon!
Come on. Let's go home.
Sounds like a great idea. Mission accomplished. Right, Leon?
Not quite. I still have to get you home safe.
So, after you take me back to my place, how about we do some, overtime?
Sorry.
Somehow I knew you'd say that, but it doesn't hurt to ask, you know? So, who was that woman anyway?
Why do you ask?
Come on, tell me.
She's like a part of me I can't let go. Let's leave it at that.
Overtime. That just makes me cringe every time. But that will be that. Resident Evil 4's OG version. Pretty exciting, pretty different, but still was kind of a bit for its point where it was released in 2003, it was a pretty exciting evolutionary change. You know, we went from the horror aspect of the Resident Evil franchise to the survival horror aspect to the action horror kind of vibe that they ended up pursuing. And Resident Evil 4 really brought a lot of that to life with an entirely new style. You know, because we went from shooting zombies to basically having really, not really zombies, but essentially really smart types of enemies that we never really had to encounter before. Enemies that were organized, coordinated, and intelligent enough to sort of get creative in the sense that they pretty much knew, like, okay, yeah, we can take this guy. Let's do this, and basically go from there in that capacity. So, I mean, that was pretty much in its own element by scale. So, very exciting game. One of the best in my opinion.
Hunnigan, is that you?
Finally, the line's jack free.
Hey, Hunnigan, no glasses.
Forget the glasses. What's the status of the mission?
I've rescued the subject. We're returning home.
You did it, Leon.
Thanks. You know, you're kind of cute without those glasses. Give me your number when I get back.
May I remind you that you're still on duty.
Story of my life.
And they got 74% hit ratio, 1,014 enemies killed. I got killed 8 times, and all in all, it took us 13 and a half hours to complete that. So, very, very happy with it. Was really a real reasonable kind of run, to say the least. So, this time is slower than the previous time recorded upload data anyway, and this time slower than the one uploaded, and the leaderboard's leaders will be updated. I did it 27 minutes faster, so I'm not really worried about it. So, but now we can actually buy the Infinite Rocket Launcher and the Matilda. Now, the Matilda is actually a nice little throwback to his old-fashioned handgun, if you recall, from Resident Evil 2. Complete with the stock and everything. It's a very fast handgun, but it does eat through ammo really fast. Obviously, you know the Infinite Rocket Launcher. Pretty much an expensive investment, to say the least, but still something you can get if you complete it in that capacity. But we're not going to save it. We don't need to save it. We've already done that. So I've beaten this. Matter of fact, I will actually go ahead and show you. I've beaten it with Ada. I've beaten it professional and normal. I think Ada will be my next major playthrough in that capacity, so we'll definitely do that next time. But let me go ahead and show you the extras. So here we have Separate Ways. This is going to be the DLC content, telling the events from Ada's perspective with Resident Evil 4. This is essentially going to be the story element that coincides with right alongside Leon. So we obviously know what happened during Leon, much like if you recall the Resident Evil 2 Scenario A, Scenario B system with the OG version of Resident Evil 2. Same deal. Except in this particular instance, it's Leon's story, Ada's story. So we're going to play as Ada the next time we go through that in that version. Assignment Ada is a very unique, it's not the story, but it's a unique sort of different kind of gameplay element that we can explore with a different form of weaponry she's equipped with and a different kind of starting point. The Mercenaries mode, if you recall Resident Evil 3's Mercenaries, they brought the Mercenaries mode back in Resident Evil 4. Much more exciting, but definitely with a innumerable number of characters you can play as, from Leon, retrofitted with a blacktail and a riot shotgun, Ada with a TMP, a semi-auto rifle, and the Punisher pistol, Krauser with flash grenades and a compound bow. But the unique thing is he has powerful attacks in the form of like his knee bash, his roundhouse kicks, and his arm transformation. Each character has a unique power or ability that will give them advantage. Probably the 3 biggest ones will be Krauser, Wesker, and Hunk, which brings me to Hunk. Hunk will be also another playable character with a neck break move and a soccer kick move, unique to taking out multiple enemies, including the custom TMP that we saw Krauser wielding. Hunk will be equipped with that, which is incredibly powerful, but his main go-to will be grenades for extremely strong enemies. Then we have Wesker, who has Leon's signature handgun with a silencer to boot, hand grenades up the wazoo, a very powerful semi-auto rifle, and a Killer 7 Magnum. So Wesker has unique powered moves like the Super Punch and an axe kick, so he can be very powerful if you know how to use him right. But my personal favorite has to be Hunk. But I mean, all relatively in their own measure, they're all pretty much capable. But as you can see, I've gotten 5 stars on every single one of these missions with every single character. Probably the most most eccentric scores I've ever seen, but I actually have better scores on the OG versions on PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 2. So very fun times indeed that was. So I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty much an all-around thing where we'll be able to explore this. So I think Separate Ways will not take us nearly as long. I think I may do a complete whole stream just for Ada's gameplay in terms of the DLC. And then we'll pretty much be on the fulcrum of basically moving on from Resident Evil 4's OG version straight to the remake. So that's all I got for you guys. I had a great time doing this. I'm still having a great time doing this, but just bear in mind, once we get through Separate Ways, we still got to play um, the Resident Evil 4 remake, Resident Evil Revelations, Resident Evil Revelations 2, uh, Resident Evil 5, Resident Evil 6, Resident Evil 7, um, uh, to Resident Evil Village. So I mean, I've still got to kind of iron out like what's the next game in the lineup because I'm trying to go by chronicle order in terms of the timeline of the events of the games. If you want to know more about Krauser and Leon, you have to play Resident Evil Umbrella Chronicles and Dark Side Chronicles. Now, those are kind of like if you've ever played House of Dead, they're like a very Resident Evil meets House of Dead type style. First person shooting, free motion activated, so like basically the level progresses and moves you along an area. I'm not sure if I'll play that. I might. I'm not entirely sure though. I'll need to think about that because we've already pretty much moved to 4, so we would be having to go back and I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna. No, I don't think I will because we pretty much run through that show that charade of sorts. So I'll probably just move on. So we got 4 remake, then we got 5, then we got 6, we got 7, then we got Village, Revelations 1, Revelations 2. I mean, it's just we got so much more to do, and we still haven't gotten our hands on Resident Evil Requiem. And we have just been released and announced. I've mentioned this before, and I'll mention it again. They are going to remake Resident Evil Code Veronica, and that I am really excited about because that was such a big title. I really like that title. I'm glad they're remaking it, so I'm really looking forward to that too. So, and anyway, that's all I got for you guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. Savage Squishy 86. Resident Evil 4 OG. I highly recommend it if you are a Resident Evil fan at all, I highly recommend you give it a shot. You have to respect the classics to appreciate the remake. And I'm really looking forward to playing the remake, but first we gotta get through Separate Ways. So thank you very much for tuning in. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn the notification bell on in your notifications to keep up to date when I tune in or broadcast the next time. And hopefully I will be able to get started on that tomorrow because it is going to be my only remaining available day off before I go back to work. So I will be looking forward to doing that for you. And then, yeah, I'll be kicking ass at either division or probably getting myself scaled up with comforts to get myself acclimated with playing those other games. A lot of the games of the new games coming forward will basically be pretty on the level cusp of Resident Evil 4, so I'll need to polish up my talents a little bit. Dying 8 times was kind of uh, subpar for me to accept, so. But that's all I got for you. Thank you very much. And yeah, I will check you guys out here when we continue our live stream playthrough with Separate Ways as Ada as we continue our playthrough of Resident Evil 4, the OG version. And I hope you guys will check it out and have a great time. And until then, have a great night. And I look forward to continuing this with our continuing playthrough of Resident Evil 4. And I will see you guys next time.